Hello everyone, Kybora here, and it's that time of year again where not only are the holidays here, the new year is approaching. And with that, this time, Escape from Tarkov is going to have its wipe. So you know what that means? It means all of this, going all through here, all of that's going to go away. Every single thing. Out of all this time, I have been saving up this gear. I'll never get to use it. It's all gonna go away. I'll never get to use these amazing guns. Never get to finish off using all this gear. All these grenades. Stockpiled for nothing. I mean, sure. I can spend the last day before the wipe trying to go through everything. But still, all this was for nothing. This is what hoarding does, and it's all going to be for nothing. Because what was the purpose of having all this if it's just going to all go away? And trust me, I'm not trying to flex, but I bought a third Lucky Scav junk box just to hold my bitcoins. I know, it's gross. I know. But trust me, I've helped out a lot of people. I tried to assist them, and when I could, help them out. And I couldn't burn through it all because I have the Bitcoin from level 3, and it's just a Bitcoin every 5 hours. So now, the next step is to show you all the purpose of why you don't need a hoard. I mean, yeah, in the beginning, like the first 20, 30 levels, yeah, it was gear fear, so I hoarded. But after that, it was because I ended up getting better at the game. I became more skilled, and I was able to amass wealth by killing people. Of course, I would die. I wouldn't win every raid. My overall is only 52% survival with a 3.42 KD. Not hugely insane. I'm grateful it appears to be above average. At least I hope so. But I became successful and amassed all this, and I never even got to use it all. And yeah, I'm a little sad. And I hope by you guys watching this video, you can also learn that there's no need to hoard, because eventually you'll lose it. And you won't even get to use it. No pun intended. And yeah. So I am a little sad, but I will be spending the day today burning through as much of this as I can. I'm going to use this to play Super Chad like, and I'm just going to go balls to the wall, run head first into everything, even if I have to go head first into a wall, and just keep running until someone hears my footsteps and comes come after me. But yeah. So the time, effort used to upgrade everything will all have to start over. But this actually comes to, now what do? What's the next step? The wipe is about to happen. You're going to lose everything. So what's next? The only thing you could do is burn through everything you have, right? Big sad. You're going to end up losing it regardless. Doesn't matter if you lose everything tonight. I could burn through the 70 mil. Plus, it's more. Because if you look at my total stash worth, I'm sitting at almost 260 mil stash worth. How much are these bitcoins? What, 300k a piece? So selling 10 of them is 3 mil. How many is that? What? I can't even guess. I'm just gonna throw out a number and say, what? I can't put out a number. Like what? 20 something mil, 25 mil, maybe. worth of Bitcoins. Yeah. So you just got to prepare that you're going to have to start fresh. You will get back your entire starting inventory. And I read the update patch notes that is going to be implemented tomorrow, and they said they reworked the starting stash items. I don't know what that means, so that's going to be interesting to come across when the time comes. And one of my biggest sad moments is my level 41 endurance is going to be reset to 0. I never realized how important it was until I started regularly playing with lower levels, and how I could outrun them 4 times the length and distance and time because they would run out. And just by playing the game, you get used to what you do, and you don't even notice the levels increasing because it's the same concept of when you live with someone and they gain weight, but you don't see it because you see them every day. But others see it when they see it maybe like once a month. Same thing how I feel with the endurance. Like, yeah, I saw it level up, and I guess I realized I would run longer, but that was only when it was compared to other people who didn't run as long as me. So that's going to be sad. But, it'll get leveled back up again. A little bit sad I couldn't get to 50, but it's alright. So I don't know about you guys, but this upcoming wipe kind of slapped me in the face. I kept hearing rumors that it wasn't going to happen with 12.9, and that it wasn't going to happen until February, maybe March, the first quarter of 2021. I don't know what changed. I don't know what made them decide to come to this, but then again, those are just rumors. Maybe this was the decision the entire time. And there's going to be a woods expansion talked about, and hopefully that's going to make it more interesting and amazing to play on, because I'm going to be honest, I hate woods. I hate woods as a PMC. As a scav, it's really fun. I definitely recommend to try it out. There's not really too many loot spawn locations for like extremely rare loot to sell, but it's really fun to play as a scav and to try to kill PMCs. But hopefully the woods expansion adds a lot more depth to it. Now, what I'm going to do, and that I recommend what everyone else does as well, is to go through all your stuff and just burn through it in raids. Use it as a chance to learn and gain knowledge, test your combat abilities. Who knows? You might be a closet Chad. This whole time you might have been frozen from gear fear or from not having enough money and not being able to afford things. But, none of this matters. If you have 1 mil, burn through it to get the best stuff possible that you can use and try. Yeah, very possible. You can go into your first raid with it and die 5 seconds off spawn. Yes, it's very possible. Especially if you get the west side spawn on customs near Big Red. Everyone knows how much hell that could be. So, but that's still my recommendation. Give it a try. Maybe the Chad lifestyle is for you, and you end up being very successful. That's what's beautiful about this game, is that there's so many different play styles. It's not bad to be a rat. It's not bad to be a Chad. I mean, I prefer being a honey badger, which is like a combination of the two, but I don't even classify myself as much of a rat. I just classify myself as I'm cautious and I'm calculated and I take my time and I'm patient. I actually have went through a couple of situations where I would wait, and the other person I was facing off again also waited. They waited for like 25 minutes. I also waited for 25 minutes. But in both cases, their patience ran out first. So they made the first move. And they ended up losing the situation. But now the reverse is true too. If you take action and initiative, you can also gain a hold of the situation and come out successful. And that's what's very interesting and remarkable about this game, is that you can go through the same situation hundreds and hundreds of times to only come out with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different results. That's what makes this game so appealing to me. And that's why I love learning about it and just seeing what there's I could do next, to how to improve myself, how I can learn, how I can help others, because the game is just so fascinating and there's so much to do. But this video is going to be kept short. There was no real strong aim at this video besides just talking about the wipe coming up and, letting people see that, yeah, I have some wealth, but this almost 70 mil, I have seen people around my level a little bit lower and way higher. Their number reads like 200 mil, 400 mil. And I'm like, what? And, it is what it is. And they're going to be losing it too. And what can you do? I mean, it's a part of the game. My only regrets are that I wish I went through it a lot earlier. Because, like I already stated, the wipe came on me as a surprise. I was expecting they were going to announce the wipe like 2 weeks in advance, or maybe at least a week. I didn't know it was going to be the day before, because I was going to spend that week or 2 weeks, tactically using all this stuff and trying to get the best usage out of it. Now I'm just going to be running in everywhere and going in, running and dying. Like, I have like 10 Labs key cards saved up, Fountain and Raid. What I did is I was going to sell each one every time I bought one off Therapist, just because I could sell them for more in the flea market and buy them off her for way cheaper. But yeah. Well, I know there wasn't too anything exciting about this video, but nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed it and that it will teach you for the fresh wipe not to hoard, because eventually you lose it all anyway. It's okay to save up so you have a little bit of like a comfort zone to fall back on to like get gear and go out and mess people up. But in the end, the comfortable spot is like 3 to 5 mil. Now, in the beginning, you want to amass as much as possible because hideout upgrades are expensive and then getting everything situated. But I would definitely recommend trying to go straight for the Bitcoin farm as soon as possible. And I know people that have Edge of Darkness, this is extremely, extremely easier for us because we get the free stash upgrades, which cuts out the millions of rubles you have to spend on upgrading that in order to even get this. And then after that, get in Workbench 3. For me, in my experience, those are the only two that really matter. The Scav case is hit or miss. It allows you to get some type of passive income, but if you spend it in Hoarders or Moonshine, you have the random chance of getting some rare streamer items, but I didn't focus on Kappa this wipe, so none of that mattered to me. Well, yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the show, and that maybe we could play together in the fresh wipe. Or maybe you might end up being my victim, or I might be one of your victims. Well, have a good one, and see you next wipe.